Good morning guys, welcome back to another video. I feel like I'm speaking a bit quietly just because Aaron's still in bed and Wesley's come back to join him. So apologies, but it is very early in the morning still. I will be getting up soon and Wesley's already been up. But as you probably guessed from the title, we're going for a run. Aaron's actually coming with us. So I just thought I would take it along with us. I am on cycle day 6, so literally fresh into the flick of the face. My energy's been feeling pretty good the last few days. I've had a very restful, restorative weekend. So we're going to do interval runs this morning. So I thought I'd take you along, talk you through like my food before, food after, a few little chats as always, since I love a chat and I'm just actually getting ready. So I thought I would just have a little chit chat while I do. So I always bring my food up while I get ready. I actually do sit and eat this before I get ready, so that's got some time to digest. But I've got rice, well I like lentil cakes, banana, dates, peanut butter and honey, so some quick fast releasing carbs ready for a run. So yeah, that's kind of like enough for me where it's not too heavy at this time of the morning, because it is currently 6:15 in the morning. So yeah, that's just like enough for me that I feel I've got enough energy, but I'm not feeling like full and groggy. And then I have my cacao drink, which I think I've done in videos before, but this has cacao powder in, so it kind of tastes like hot chocolate because it's warm. Yes, I have done this and talked about this in videos before, but it's got marine collagen in, and I put a little bit of vegan vanilla protein powder in for some protein as well, just to start the day. And then there's coconut milk in there, so it's kind of just like a bounty kind of like hot chocolate, I suppose. So yeah, that's kind of like, this is like my standard go-to. I'll have different toppings on the rice cakes, but put a bit more in since I'm running. And yeah, I have this every morning. It's nice and warm and one of my favourite things to start the day with. So cacao is actually like a slow release energy, so a bit better than like just having coffee first thing in the morning. And the protein also really helps first thing on a morning to help keep your hormones balanced and just start the day in a really positive way, especially because I'm going to be having a lot of carbs and like honey in there and stuff, so that can really spike your blood sugar, whereas the protein helps to slow that down. So it's much better for your hormone health. And also Aaron has given me his Apple Watch to wear. So I actually had a Garmin, but it just went kaput on us, annoyingly. So I'm actually going to have this to wear to like really check my pace, which was what I wanted it for. I was like debating buying an Oura ring, and then I was like, do I get another watch? And I don't really like them. Like, no offense, like I just think that is no, not for me. And to be honest, the biggest thing with wearing a watch for me is I always get eczema. I get a really bad rash. I've had it with every watch that I've had, even my Garmin. I can't wear them like for long periods of time. I had it when I had a Fitbit, so it really puts us off like buying the Oura ring in case it happens on my finger. So yeah, like I do love having like data and stuff, and I feel like the more that you know the better, but just for me the watches just don't work, so I'm always a bit like, oh, I don't really want to spend loads of money because they're expensive, to then not be able to wear it. So yeah, anyway, Aaron like just hasn't been wearing his, so he's very kindly gifted this to me to wear on today's run so that I can look at it without having to have my phone out all the time. So I'm very excited. But anyway, I'm going to eat this breakfast and then I will chat as I get ready. So I'm just getting ready. I do like to put a little bit of makeup on, so this is just L'Oreal BB cream. I've been wearing this forever and a day, so it's not like foundation, but just gives my skin something, you know. But yeah, like I can't even remember. I think it was just from like being at work. I'd always be at work like on the gym floor first, and then I'd train, so I've just kind of always got ready for the day. And I don't know, I just think sometimes when I feel better, look better, feel better, train better, just one of them things. But I am very fortunate with my skin that I'm able to do so, because I know that not everyone can, but I'm not wearing like majorly heavy makeup. So this is the Refi Brow Gel Sculpt. Now I'm waiting for brow lamination for my holiday, which I'm getting done next week. I prefer to have them laminated because I just don't really love any brow stuff, but this one's probably the one I would use, or the Anastasia Beverly Hills gel is good as well. So just to fluff them up a bit, like nothing major. But this routine usually takes us like 10-15 minutes, I would say. So yeah, oh, I've got to use the little brush thing. But yeah, don't know, just one of those things. Like sometimes I do train without makeup, but I know it's not for everyone. But I just thought I would kind of share. But this is just something, as I say, from being at work on the gym floor with clients at like, you know, starting work at 6 a.m. It was just a thing that I was doing and still do, and just makes me feel good, and that's just what it is for me. And this is literally a Rimmel concealer just to freshen up my under eyes. It's the Matte Perfection one. I've used it forever and a day. I have a very red nose, so I also put it on there, even though it will be red by the end of this run, but hey ho. And then under my under eyes. Also, I'd just like to point out, I'm probably not doing any of this right. I am not a makeup artist, clearly. I am. Like, this is just kind of what I do that works for me, and I appreciate that it's probably not the optimal way to put on makeup, I suppose. So, yeah. Should just put a little bit of, I feel like that highlighter might be a bit excessive, but you know, here we are. I literally use this highlighter contour stick from NYX, so it's like contour on this side and then a little highlighter there. Again, nothing fancy, but it works for me. Again, I'm not really like the best with this kind of stuff, so I'm just showing you what I use. But I don't really have like a lot of expensive makeup, I wouldn't say. But this is literally from MAC. It's just an eyeshadow that I wear every single day, colour Wedge. Yeah, just to like, I don't know, freshen up my eyes. And then I use a white eyeliner, which really needs sharpening. This is from Max Factor. You know, a lot of my makeup, I would say, is like, you can get it from Boots. Most of it anyway. And then I just like to go in the corners there. And then I just go through my eyebrows. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder Duo. So I used to have the gel, and this is the brush that comes with it. This has lasted ages. Longer than the gel did. I think I went through a few tubs of gel, to be honest. So that's why I went back to the Refi Brow Gel for a little bit, and then I'll just go over this. Just fill in some of the gaps, like I say, waiting to have my brows done. I cannot wait because I feel like they are in desperate need. But I'll just tidy them up a bit. Like I say, only going for a run, and then I'll be working at home for the day, so you know, but it makes me feel good to just kind of, I don't know, just get up and be ready for the day. Like I did this through like lockdown and stuff as well. I could get up and get ready. It just makes us feel like I'm, like I say, ready for the day. And then I just add some mascara on, good old Sky High. I actually got this black one, which is Cosmic Black, but I usually use I really rate this. Again, I'm getting a lash lift next week before my holidays. I also actually bought the Refine mascara to try, but I thought I'm not trying it right now because my lashes aren't the greatest. I feel like I've been going through a new lash cycle as well lately, because they're also like short and just not great, but they do seem to be getting a bit better now, which is good in time for my lash lift, so I'm excited to have that done because I haven't had that done since before I went to Thailand at like the end of November, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, my lashes lately, oh, I find it every year though around this time, and I do believe it is a thing, so yeah, they just feel a bit like, oh, I just can't wait to get my brows and lashes done. I don't get them done all that much, it's normally if I'm going on holiday and stuff, but I would have probably went for my brows, as I say before now, because, oh, goodness me. I've actually been putting castor oil on my lashes before bed to try and help them. So I normally do use like a lash, like a growth serum. I can't even remember what it was, the one that I used, but I did rate it, but I just haven't bought it again, and I hadn't really bought it in time to like get the full effect of it. So yeah, I've been using castor oil, so I'm hoping that that's going to help just a little bit on my lashes before bed. A bit cheaper than the lash serums, and when I've used the lash serums too much in the past, I was getting that black mark. I can't remember what it's called. I do know what the word is, but I can't think of it. Around my eyes, like the black ring. So I just was a bit like, oh, I don't really want to keep using them. And like I say, it's just really spenny, like to be using all the time. So yeah, that's that. But I mean, I wouldn't look at my lashes now and be like, wow, castor oil's still on me, because my lashes aren't the greatest still. But yeah, like it's so funny, I've always got this really long straight one in the corner of this eye, and it's so short, and you can see it's like regrown back through. But yeah, we're getting there. This mascara still does bit. And then I just finish off with a little something on my lips. I do actually find that it helps keep them hydrated, but I use the Refy lip liner. This is Rosewood, but I also love the taupe one. Hello, Wesley. And then Rimmel Stay Matte in colour Pink Blink. Like, this is my go-to. I get asked about this a lot on Instagram. This lasts really well. So it goes on wet and then obviously dries like matte, and I really rate it. So yeah, just a nice, simple look. I really like this colour. I don't even know how, I think I just accidentally came across it years ago, but like I say, it's just one of my faves and has remained the same. So not the most expensive thing in the world, and there might be some better lipsticks out there, but I'm yet to find them, and I'm not sure anyone could change my mind on this, because I feel like it's the perfect colour. Doesn't cost loads, lasts ages. So yeah, then I'm just gonna fling my hair into a ponytail. I'll be washing it in the next few days, but it's actually not too bad this week. Only wash my hair like once a week, because I don't have time to be faffing on washing it. I love washing it, but then it's fluffy for ages, and yeah. So I'm just gonna put a little bit. I absolutely love the Kerastars, if that's how you pronounce it, oil. By the way, absolutely none of this is paid or ad or gifted by all of this myself, just being fully honest with you guys and transparent. So yeah, love the Kerastars stuff. A brand I could only dream of working with. So yeah, I just run that through my hair, mostly through the ends, but I do like to have it at the root as well, especially because I'm so close to hair day, just to really get some moisture into the fresh hair that's coming through, and then I just whack it into a ponytail, and then we're good to go. That's it, guys. So I'm pretty much ready. I always put my clothes on when I get up, just so I don't sit and get ready. But yeah, that's it. And I've got my hoodie on. I won't be running in this because I'll be too warm, but I've got little pink shorts and bra set on from Women's Best, which you'll see more in the later videos. I'm just gonna get my stuff together. Now I'm ready, I've ate, hydrated. Hello. Oh, you want a belly rub? You want a belly rub? You know we're going out, don't you? Oh, I'm sorry, baby. today?
No.
Oh. Tight.
Come on, if you want views, let me get in.
I can work out why that,
That road's closed today.
which one?
The one between, but yeah, that's closed today, so.
Ah. Well, it did say you could go that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just couldn't work out which way it was bringing us over the top.
I thought it was bringing you a weird way. I thought it might have been because of that.
Nah, you can still go that way.
Cold, isn't it?
Yeah?
Cold.
It won't be when we get going though. I feel like just gonna be watching that on them too, okay?
I'm warm.
I'm in to the first interval now. Ooh, let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, first interval done. Aaron's totally fine. I'm paggered. Last recovery run to Cambridge. One more interval, 7 minutes, cool down, done. And we are done. Just doing a little recovery jog. Just a little bit out of breath. But yeah, legs a lot heavy. That was good, so the interval's 7 minutes long. Aiming for like a 7 to 8 RPE. I was a little bit slower than my 5k pace, but good, especially since last week I couldn't complete that because I literally came on my period. I could feel the cramp in the final interval, so yeah, feeling good. The weather's been lovely for it as well. So just still jog back to the car now and switch off. Aaron's off to work. I'm being sensible and stretching, not skipping out on this. I'll do some foam rolling when I get home as well. I just want to make sure that I get in the habit, but oh, my legs felt heavy today, but my glutes and hammies are a little bit sore off yesterday's strength workout, so that could be why. And it's been a week since my last fast run, but I don't think it's good at that. Just a little bit sore, but all good. I'll say I'll do some foam rolling when I get home. I just wanted to loosen off a little bit. Yeah, I had a good sleep last night, and then I had like a big pasta meal, lots of protein, lots of carbs, fill up those glycogen stores, and then obviously had my breakfast this morning to fill us up. They're really important for not just good quality runs but also good quality workouts, and something that I used to really skimp out on. I can't believe I ever trained fasted, so I do feel like it really makes a difference. Obviously being in the follicular phase, my energy's starting to rise now and generally feeling more energetic, and like, you know, I've got the energy to do these kind of runs and push myself and whatnot. But I always say this to my clients, that's absolutely nothing without the right fuel, without the right hydration, without good quality sleep. Oh, I've just realised I forgot to stop this. Damn. Oh. I do not know how to work this watch. There we go. I feel like such an amateur. But yeah, like whatever cycle phase you're in is nothing without mastering the basics. Like, you can take all the fancy supplements and all that stuff, but if you're not mastering the basics of, you know, good quality nutrition, and that's not restricting, and you know, that's not excluding any foods, but good proper balanced nutrition, sleep, hydration, you know, all that stuff is so important, and something that a lot of people will just skim past, thinking that there's some kind of magical pill. So I would just like to highlight that, especially, you know, we talk about the follicular and the ovulation phases being the better phases, and they are in terms of energy and stuff, but you're not going to feel those benefits if you're not looking after yourself. God, even my upper body sore off yesterday. Jeez. It's not even the first week doing that workout, it's like the third week. I didn't realise how bad my DOMs were there till I stretched off. I always carry a bit of tension in my shoulders when I run. I try really hard to relax them, so yeah, done. Yeah, so just gonna head home now and have breakfast. I'll show you what I'm having. I'll foam roll first, then breakfast. But yeah, just wanted to highlight that while I was stretching off there. I thought I must look so funny if anyone can see me. There's like a little cafe there. I just thought I'm talking to myself. But yeah, just always like to highlight, like I say, like I talk a lot about, you know, like working with your cycle and having that awareness of your cycle and the benefits of each phase. I know I give the luteal phase a bit of a bad name sometimes, but I promise there is benefits. But obviously, like I say, you know, follicular and ovulation are the phases where we do feel our best, and you know, want to make the most of those and make the most of that rise in energy with our estrogen hormone rising. But you know, you're not going to feel those benefits if you're not looking after yourself and nailing those basics, looking after your, you know, your health and your you know, your overall wellness. This is why I always say, like, you know, like the power of your nutrition and moving your body can have massive benefits on how you're feeling, both physically and mentally. So yeah, just like to highlight that, guys. Food, sleep, water are all so important. So yeah, I'm gonna stop waffling now. I feel like I'm still getting my breath back and stuff, and get myself home to little Weenie. Hello, sweet boy. Hiya. Hiya. Get your toy for me. Hiya. Hiya. Do you want a stick? What you got? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, what you got, my sweet boy? Oh. Who's the nicest boy? Mummy, get her shoes off. Where are you? Oh, where's he? Oh, should we get your stick? Oh, my sweet boy. Hello, guys. I can't get the camera angle right. I'm just like that. Maybe. Anyway, I've had a shower. I'm refreshed and ready for work. I'm just making a matcha and sort my breakfast out, and I'm gonna have that to refuel. I just had a quick like cold shower, which was lovely and refreshing. Horrible, but then lovely straight after. So but yeah, I've actually prepped my breakfast. If you see my last video, I've been like prepping more just to save time, especially like you know, on mornings and stuff, like post workout. It's just so much easier. So I've got overnight oats, which I'll show you. Just got a bit of, I use this vanilla stevia in my coffee and matcha. Can you see that? There. I just got it from good old Amazon. This is the matcha I use because I get asked about this a lot on Instagram. Again, good old Amazon. I just don't know what I'd do without Amazon Prime. I think the key with matcha as well is having these utensils to help, so that stops it from being lumpy, and then this helps to mix it. You don't want the water too hot, so I tend to like half boil the kettle or boil it then leave it for a bit, and then I do it just in a jug so it pours okay, even though lately I feel like it's been spilling, and then just kind of shimmy it round. Shimmy's not the word, but I can't think of a word. But yes, and then just pour it in with the milk. I use pea milk for some extra protein. I really rather enjoy it. Oh, that's very full. See if I can Extra large matcha. Gorgeous. I'm gonna drink a bit out of that. There we go. And then brekkie is prepped. So I've been a prep queen. So it's just oats, chia seeds for some fibre. And obviously oats are really good in the follicular phase for their fibre amount as well. The fibre quantity, fibre quality. You know what I mean. Packed with fibre. So they're better for sustaining energy and keep your hormones nice and balanced as estrogen is rising in this phase. Then I'm going to add some berries. Again, ooh, just spilling them everywhere. Really good for fibre. I just realised I went off on a tangent there. In the oats, sorry, the overnight oats, so there's oats, chia seeds, vegan protein. I use the Women's Best one. I really like it. I prefer vanilla. I prefer vegan protein. It's much better for me and my tummy, personally. But I really like that one, and I think vanilla goes with everything. So you're not buying loads of different protein powders. I do have a couple of flavours, but vanilla is a one that I use the most. And then almond milk, and I put a bit of cinnamon in there as well, and then just left them in the fridge overnight. I do them like on a weekend, and they last all week. So absolutely delicious, and can't wait to devour these. So yeah, like I say, I've added some berries. I've also got some cacao nibs. These just taste like chocolate. Cacao is really good for, as you know, I had it on this morning. It's really good for magnesium too, still important in this part of the cycle, obviously important around your period, but post-period it's still just as important. And then I have just a couple of extra little seeds. So I use these from Seed Cycle. They actually gifted me these very kindly, and I've been using them for so long now since they've sent them. So you have the, if you've heard of seed cycling before, it's basically flax seeds and pumpkin seeds. They will give you what you need for the first half of your cycle, so from day 1, which is the start of your period, until ovulation, and then you use the phase 2 packet, which is sesame and sunflower seeds. So yeah, I'm just going to have some of these on top. Gorgeous. And then I'll add some honey. I feel like honey, I just can't go without. I just love it. It's just the best thing ever for me. And it's actually really good for inflammation as well. Sometimes I add it to like my matcha or my coffee instead of using sweetener. But yeah, I'm not really like tracking or anything at the moment. I've not really got like a physique goal as such. I just want to feel good. I'm enjoying being outside with the weather being so much nicer. So just including a bit more running in there. I always have clients and people come to us like who want to lose weight, but then I've signed up for like half and like marathons and stuff, like, and I'm just like, the two can't go together. Some short runs, absolutely, like you can do that as part of like, you know, like a fat loss phase and whatnot, but you know, signing up to big long runs and stuff, the two don't go. And 9 times out of 10 with like half marathon and marathon training, you will likely gain weight. You need to be fueling your body efficiently for it. You know, you don't really want to be running loads with a fat loss goal. So just wanted to add that in because I get that so often when like clients sign up, or like I've been working with a client for a while and they're like, oh, I've signed up for a half marathon, but we're in the middle of a fat loss phase, so I have to you know, obviously get them to maintenance and all that stuff. And it's just helping people have that awareness, because people think that because running burns so many calories it's great for fat loss, but actually like I'm going to be hungry all day today, so I'm going to make sure that I fuel up for that. That wasn't even a particularly long run. It will make you so much hungrier, and you need to be fueling up before and after, and all that stuff. So yeah, like I say, I don't really have a particular goal at the minute. I think I'm going to give myself a one after my holiday. I go on holiday next Friday, which is, I can't believe it's next week. I'm very excited. I'm going to Italy, so I will be vlogging it as well. But yeah, I think maybe after my holiday, I might have a little like goal for the summer months. I haven't really had like a particular goal for a while, something to work towards. I am working towards my splits still, which I've been doing pretty much every day, and they are improving. So kind of like that's the only kind of goal that I've got at the minute. But yeah, I'm not really like kind of tracking, just eating around maintenance, making sure that I'm feeling good and all that jazz. So yeah, I'm gonna go and eat this now because I am starving. So there is overnight oats. So I'll just add different toppings on each morning. So keeps it like versatile, but then like keeps it simple at the same time. So I've prepped the same base, a couple of toppings, good to go. And then my extra large matcha. I need to put everything away, but yes, cannot wait to go and devour this. Oh, big yawnies. Oh, so I finished breakfast, guys. Was he scared of the tripod? I don't know where it's come from. I think I tried to put it away once and it's big yawnies. It like snapped shut and he got a fright, so I feel like he's scared of everything. He's scared of wheelie bins when they're not moving, so walking him on bin day is like next level. Like he's scared of like irrational things, but like he would jump into oncoming traffic to avoid a non-moving wheelie bin, for example. Like he doesn't like plastic bags. There, he's off. Try to get him to stay. But anyway, I just wanted to sign off the vlog. Also, just wanted to add like, you know, about a bit about like my running journey, because when I first got into running, I know I mentioned a little bit there before I had my breakfast about like, you know, running like long distances is not great for fat loss, but that is like what I used to do. And like I say, I get this a lot with clients now, and I kind of saw running as a way to punish myself for what I'd ate and like to lose fat and to try and be the smallest version of myself. So to now be running because I enjoy it, it makes us feel good. Like I love that feeling after. Like I feel like I've accomplished something that's so difficult because running doesn't come naturally to me. And when I did first start running many years ago, and I've kind of been on and off since then, like I did a half marathon, which is something that I'm so proud of myself for. And I was actually supposed to do, so I did the Great North Run. I was supposed to do that same half marathon last year. But when I started training, my left ankle was just having none of it. I don't know if I've actually spoken about this before. I don't know if I spoke about it in the last vlog, but anyway, sorry if I'm repeating myself, but just for a bit of background for those that might not know, I did talk about this a little bit on Instagram, but my left ankle was like rolling when I was landing. So it wasn't hurting at the time, like of running. It never hurt when I ran. It was always like for a few days afterwards. Like I would be sat like this, for example, then I'd get up and I wouldn't be able to put the weight on my foot. I'd have to like slowly ease in, so I was hobbling a bit and then I was able to walk okay. So I went to see a physio and stuff, and he basically said that I was like rolling my foot. So like obviously the impact was like, it was like my inner ankle, yeah, like the inside of my ankle, like the inside of my foot was taking all of the like the brunt of the impact as I was like landing when I was running. So it was just, yeah, like I rested, I tried loads of different things, and I was doing the exercises that he gave us, but I knew it wasn't going to be like a quick fix, so I decided to pull out of it in the end and then rested for a little bit. And I was doing like short runs, and then I wasn't really running over the winter. Like I am a fair weather runner, I will say that. I don't want to go out in the freezing cold. I prefer to run in shorts. I don't want to run in shorts when it's been like -3 and all that stuff here in the northeast over the winter. So yeah, like I really enjoy doing it, but I am definitely a fair weather runner. So anyway, just been picking it back up a little bit. I'm not going crazy with the distances. Like I say, I haven't got like a particular goal. I'm not necessarily wanting to run any marathons or anything. Like I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't normally run through the week. It's just been really nice to get up and get out and get some fresh air on a morning and make the most of the sunshine that we're having at the minute. While it lasts, but I normally just love a Sunday run. Me and Aaron go together, we'll run like 5k, and then we'll go for a nice breakfast and we'll try different breakfast places, and I just love that. Get a coffee, get matcha, just lush. I absolutely love it. And because like on a weekend I've got a bit more time, I don't feel like it's rushed and stuff, and that's just something that I really enjoy. So just adding these couple of like different runs in through the week is something that's nice, like mixing it up a bit. So I did obviously intervals this morning. I've been doing some like easier runs where I'm actually running slower, which I did at the weekend, which was a little bit in my last vlog before this, and it was actually just so nice to do that, because I'm always just kind of like running and like not necessarily trying to get a PB, but you know, like it doesn't always have to be that way, and actually just slowing things down is nice and mixing things up. Like all runs have their place. So yeah, it's just nice to do something different. I don't really have like a goal with it, but one thing that I will say is that I have a very different mindset to running compared to like when I first started my journey. And I don't say running, like I don't say exercise in general, to be honest, anymore, as a way to like burn calories and earn my food and burn off what I ate and lose fat. Like it's literally just doing what I enjoy, what makes me feel good. Like I say, I feel really like fit and healthy after I've finished a run, because I know how like much it's training my heart and lungs. I swear, I don't actually think you can hear this, but Wesley always seems to go for a drink and the noise in the background. Anyway, I was like, what's that noise? Yeah, like, you've got to remember your heart and lungs are muscles too, so it just makes us feel really good. And you know, whatever I enjoy doing, like moving my body in a way that I enjoy, I will always do. And I think that's why I like incorporating lots of different styles of training now, rather than just sticking to one thing like I thought I had to do to look a certain way. Like, you know, my fitness journey's been through lots of different evolutions, we'll say, but like there was even a point where I was like trying to gain weight and build muscle and I wasn't doing any cardio, where actually that was not a good like way to go about things. Like at the time, like I felt very unfit, whereas now I feel like I'm in a good like kind of like mindset and a good point with all my training and stuff. I have my strength training, I have my like lower impact stuff like my bar Pilates, like even some yoga in there, more stretching, like more cardio, like doing my running and stuff. So it's got a nice variety and it all makes us feel good in different ways. So just kind of wanted to touch on that as well. And I've spoken a bit about my training on like my other vlogs and stuff, but just about a little bit about my running journey. So I have ran a half marathon, which a lot of people might not know, because was Instagram even a thing then? Yeah, Instagram was very new then, like social media was very new, so it was nothing like now. I sound really old when I say that, but yeah, I did run a half marathon and it was amazing, and I would love to maybe do it again one day, especially the Great North Run. I feel like the crowd, it was just amazing. I would definitely recommend doing it and like, you know, pushing yourself if you feel like it was something that you wanted to do. I think it's such a good experience, but just doing it in a really good healthy way, like I say, like fueling properly and stuff, so that you feel your best. So yeah, that's kind of it anyway. I will stop waffling on, but any questions that you've got below, pop them below. And anything else that might be more helpful for a more in-depth video, again, do just let me know. But yes, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate the support, and I will see you on the next one.